Kyle, thanks so much for joining us. What have you heard about the latest shutdown and what might happen?
Well, thanks for having me on. It's good to see you. But, things just are kind of slow right now. I haven't really heard much. What they say in the news right now, from what I've heard, is really not what's coming along. So I don't know. Hopefully something sooner than later. But as of now, I know that they're starting to negotiate what's going to happen here coming soon.
Now with the Reds, you're playing all the infield positions, but it's been said the quickest way to the major leagues is coming up as a catcher.
Yeah.
And the Dodgers did that, and it got you up quick, didn't it?
It sure did. Yeah, I was very thankful to be in the Dodgers organization, and learn how to catch. It was hard. It was a grind, trust me, coming up from the minor leagues, learning how to catch. But had a great coaching staff, which was pretty cool, and I was fortunate enough to make it up with them.
Now, you're on the Dodgers team that goes to the postseason, goes to the World Series, and loses to the Astros. And then all the stuff that comes out, man, come on, you got to talk about that. How did you feel when
you're kind of you're the first person that's asked me about it. But I think what they did was completely wrong. I mean, it definitely stole World Series away from us, and it stinks, but that's just the way it goes. I mean, they're paying for it right now, I guess, but technically they're not because we're not playing. So I guess everybody's paying for it. But it was pretty upsetting. But being able to go to the World Series 2 years in a row with the against the Astros and the Red Sox was pretty cool. And I was great team, great atmosphere, and it was awesome.
That is really neat. I mean, you get called up and you're in the postseason. You had it, on the roster for the LCS and everything. I mean, that's got to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was really cool. I mean, I was shocked. I mean, I wasn't shocked they put me on the playoff roster, but it was awesome that they did it. And I was fortunate enough to get some at bats, got an RBI against the Cubs. My parents were there for the whole way through the whole World Series, and it was really cool.
Now let's talk about when you're in Los Angeles. Are you playing for the Dodgers? The guy that you followed, I mean, a couple of guys after, but I mean, you follow Sean McVay, the quarterback at Marist, and he's coaching the Rams. I mean, how wild was that? Two Atlanta kids out in Los Angeles.
It's so cool. He's done such a great job with the Rams out there. And, when I think it was him, and then I think Gary Marshall might've been a quarterback before me, and then Cooper Taylor, and then me. So there was a few quarterbacks in between us. But when I made my debut in LA, he texted me the next day and congratulated me, which was pretty cool. And unfortunately, we weren't able to connect out there and him throw out the first pitch, but I was able to catch Todd Gurley's first pitch, being a former Bulldog, and that was really cool in Dodger Stadium. But Marist is putting out some great athletes right now, and I mean, if you have an LA Rams head coach, that's pretty solid.
I mean, that has got to be really cool, though. I mean, you're catching, Gurley's throwing out the first pitch. You're an all-academic SEC performer at Georgia. I mean, that's pretty neat.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, I mean, I made my mom and dad proud, I guess, being an academic all-SEC, which was an honor. But catching Gurley, that was really cool. We had some classes together at Georgia, and so it was pretty ironic that we got to meet up in Dodger Stadium.
Now, the Reds look like they made some moves that might help them this offseason, and obviously you're one of them. But, I mean, just talk a little bit about that club and the direction in which you all were headed.
Yeah, last year we came up a little bit short. We were fourth in the Central, which was better than what we were the 2 years before, which was last. But, we're getting better. We signed Mike Moustakas and Nick Castellanos, and that's a huge, huge pickup for us. David Bell is doing a great job with us. He's actually done a great job in staying in contact with us through this quarantine and stuff. We do Zoom calls, and he texts probably once a week. And so we're a pretty close team. Got some great leadership. Eugenio Suarez hit 48 or 49 home runs last year, which was amazing. Broke the Venezuelan record. I think it was the big cat, Andres Galarraga, broke his record, former Brave. So that was pretty cool. But, Joey Votto's on our team, Sonny Gray, Tucker Barnhart, Kirk Casale. Faced Sonny Gray and Kirk Casale when they were at Vanderbilt, SEC guys. That was pretty cool. And, it's just a great team, a lot of fun. I'm just, hopefully we get back as soon as possible.
Now, you're growing up in Atlanta, so obviously you're a Braves fan. Yeah. What was that like watching that Braves? I mean, you were a little tiny guy when it started, but yeah. I mean, just watching that run through there.
Are you talking about 95 or are you talking about now?
I'm talking about all of it, man. I mean, there was a division every year.
Well, you know, I'll tell a funny story. I don't know if he'll like me telling this, but we were playing the Braves when I was with LA in the playoffs. I think 2 years ago. I think it was the NLDS maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Walker Buehler was facing Ronald Acuna, and he technically walked him with the bases loaded, but the umpire called it a strike. And you could just hear the tomahawk chop and the old school mentality of the Braves coming out, the fans getting into it. And I was sitting in the dugout, and I was like, "This is really cool." You know, I was like, "This is amazing." And then Acuna hit that home run, and it went crazy, and it was so cool seeing. You know, it kind of gave me an old school feeling of what the Braves used to be like, and it was really cool to watch that, be a part of that history, in that game. But you know, we beat them, which was, you know, sorry for all the Braves fans out there, but it was a great series for us to win. But you know, growing up a Braves fan, it's awesome. And I live right next to the Battery, so that's pretty cool too. And we go over to Battery, and I see that stadium all the time during the off season.
Now, when you got to LA, did you tell the guys in LA that you'd been in a movie? Because weren't you in The Blind Side?
I actually watched it last night. It was on TV.
Did you?
Yeah, I was. And my wife Courtney still has yet to find me in the movie, but I keep pointing myself, and she keeps thinking it's a lie. But she's happy about it. But you know, I try to sneak in some more movies out there in LA, you know, Hollywood, but they wouldn't allow it. But everybody talks about it. My grandmother says every game the announcers bring it up, which is pretty funny. And so it was really cool.
All right, hey Kyle, thanks so much for joining us, man. Stay safe, and hopefully you're back to work soon, dude.
No, thanks for having me. It's good to see you.
All right, good to see you.